I always wanted to do this. Welcome to Reddit with Tea. Reddit with Tea. Reddit with Tea. Reddit with Tea. Whatever you want to call. I've been spending a lot of time on Reddit, and the stories and everything that happens there is absolutely insane. The first topic of Reddit stories is going to be petty revenge. I'm very excited because I'm going to read the ones I haven't read before. So it's going to be our first time, you and me. Let's get into it. When my brother got married, his bride, now my sister-in-law, had a very specific expectations. She wanted everyone in the family to wear their wedding colors, and we all did. People flew in from out of state. Everyone made an effort to make her feel celebrated. The day before the wedding, she made offhanded but clearly pointed remarks about our side of the family never takes anything seriously, and she wasn't expecting us to take her seriously either. The comments made their rounds and feelings were hurt before the wedding even began. But we still showed up, looked great, and participated. Fair. Fast forward to getting the wedding photos and video. Not a single photo of our side of the family was posted. Not one. In the entire 3-minute highlight reel, no faces from our family except a 3-second clip of my parents with the bride and groom. The rest of us is like we never existed. I text her cordially and asked if she could send me the pictures with just our siblings since none had been posted. She responded that we never took those pictures. That's wild because I remember helping people adjust corsage for them. She doubled down on gaslighting. I gave it 6 months and asked again. She suddenly had no idea what I was talking about. Oh boy. Fine, here's where the petty revenge comes in. Okay, I even need water for this. I'm getting married in 8 days. I've been engaged for 6 months and planning this moment since she tried to erase us. I hired a great photographer and videographer. What she doesn't know is that the videographer has a secret mission. Make it look like she's getting all the attention. Track her. Hover near her like she's the star of the show. She will feel so seen. And then the final cut? She won't appear for even 1 second, just like she made sure we didn't. I didn't even invite her originally. Words must gotten out because she cornered me at a family dinner and said, "Unfortunately, I have to work the day before and after your wedding, but I should still be able to make it." I was so stunned and just said, "That's fine. The Airbnb is booked whether you're there or not." So now she's coming. Ugh. To cope, I spelled her name wrong on the wedding invite on purpose. That was my first move. The video blackout will be my last. I'm gonna say that I am not a revengeful person. I think this was kind of fair. Congrats. But I'm not giving anyone advice to do this to other people, but you can. And the best part is, we also have an update. The wedding was absolutely beautiful, and I didn't have to think about this all day. We've been living on the love high that comes with the wedding and forgot about anything until YouTube remakes remind me. Our videographer was giving verbal instructions beforehand and made sure to know who Phil was. As our sneak peek clips have been given back to us, I have yet to see her in any of the footage. Our videographer told us they had over 200 gigabytes of raw footage, so Sil will definitely be in some of the footage on a hard drive somewhere, but she definitely will not end up on any of her Instagram's highlights. We'll see about the final video. What if in addition to that, you hire another videographer or just like an actor, and then you just put that person there with no experience just to pretend they're following her and doing a lot of photos and videos? That's kind of evil, but that would be good. Sitting like this, but I have a shorts, by the way, so. I'm currently going through a really vicious custody dispute to my soon-to-be ex-wife. I have a great case against her, and my lawyer and I expect to win easily, but until we get a decision from the court, I won't get to see my kids, and I haven't seen them from some time already. So, whenever I have had enough of the abuse that I receive from her on my social media accounts, I move the red line that indicates how much of an episode she has watched to the end of the episode and then to the exact same position it was in on the next episode. So far, she hadn't worked it out. I can tell because she will watch the rest of the episode and sometimes watch another before going back to the episode she originally was up to and starting again. Context. It's my account. I haven't changed the login so that the kids can still use it. I don't know if this is genius or this is like so evil, but I can take a side here. I don't know you. I don't know her. It's like when you have that friend that shares the account with you and you are watching the same show. They decided to watch the new episode and you didn't, but then you don't remember why you did this, you know? And then you just keep thinking, should I change my password or should I just, whatever, you know? Who's paying for it? So, cut her off before she sees the finale. Just so you know, there is a way to entirely block a series, so it won't even show up as an option in Netflix. There was a specific show I didn't want my kids watching, and I was able to remove it from every profile on our account, even my master profile. I'm just saying before you block her completely. It would be quite entertaining to make her show disappear right before she gets to the finale. Since she still would have access to your Netflix, I imagine it would take her quite a while to figure it out what happened. You are evil. Okay. Well, I am not giving anybody ideas. Someone did. I'm just reading them. Occasionally, while cutting grass, I would find small chunks of bone scattered about my backyard. Maybe once every other month. The kind someone would give to their dog to gnaw on. My yard is fenced in, and all of my neighbors, only one has big enough dogs for that kind of thing. So I had my suspicions about who was responsible, but I never knew for sure. It was a mild inconvenience, but I always just picked them up and tossed them inside the little storage container. Over the years, I accrued quite a collection of them. Where's this going? One day I came home from work in the early afternoon, and as I was pulling into my driveway, I saw something get lobbed over the share fence with my neighbor, who I always suspected. Older guy, I think he was cutting grass. I'm guessing he didn't want it to run it over with his mower, and instead of acting like a human being and disposing of it properly, he throws it in my backyard because he's a piece of... Now, I pride myself on being a reasonable person, but I can also be a petty, vindictive little asshole under the right circumstances. I could call him out on it and he might stop, or he might do it more just to be a prick. So I decided to just return his bones, and if he wanted to have a conversation about it afterwards, he could absolutely do that. Fast forward to sundown, I go outside and proceed to throw probably 100 bone chunks over the fence over the course of a half an hour. There was something deeply satisfying about it. A week or so later, we see each other when we were both leaving our homes. I would only lay eyes on the guy 2-3 times in the 5 years I lived there, night shift hours. I would characterize his facial expression as severe disgruntled. I couldn't stop smiling. He didn't say a word about it. How could he? He would have to acknowledge that he'd been doing it for years. Haven't seen a bone since. I need my glasses to just... Man, that was genius. First of all, I don't know if I would confront the person like this. I probably would tell my husband, but that was not petty at all. I think this was like fair. But man, you got over 100 bones. You just kept them, waiting for this moment. That's a little bit crazy, but wow. I'm glad they were bones for dogs and not bone from dogs. Man, keeping it for 5 years is some level of long-term planning. I totally agree. Where'd you put them? Like, what? Okay, people even go deeper on this. If you want to be extremely petty, buy a bunch of beef bolium cubes, the type in foil. Open them all up and throw them all over the lawn just before it rains or before he turns his sprinkles on. The dogs will go mad for the smell of beef and dig holes all over his lawn. Where are you getting these ideas? People not satisfied, they give you more ideas, which is amazing. I'm telling you, Reddit has always the best stories ever. You just get so addicted to it and you can't stop reading. If you have any petty revenge stories, put here in the comments. My plan is actually having you, viewer, writing me your real stories and we can get topics and just read it here and just have fun together or cry together or be sad together or whatever this is for. I just love reading these stories. If you like this kind of video or if you just like my Goku t-shirt, please give it a like and comment Goku the GOAT. Until the next time, and I hope to see you there. I have to turn around. That's a looping video now.